Hey everyone, I'm Lady Venture and I'm back playing Palworld. So I haven't been able to go through this. Look at this. An accessory that allows the player to jump in midair when equipped. I'm like, what? But I need Night Star sand? What is Night Star? So I'm gonna try and figure that out. But this is like an update or a progress. This is kind of what I did on my own just to level up my water pals. So someone told me I needed a grappling gun to move stuff. So I'm like, okay, what is this stuff? It's crazy. You have so many things. And not only that, Meowmere, best name ever. I'm just saying. So yeah, that Night Star sand, I need to figure that out. I had to look it up. So I know you can find it in the dunes and then you can find it in the new Feybreak area. So I do go to the dunes later looking for it. So I needed to get the first grappling gun. There's 3 of them. And I'm like, okay, well, let's get the first one. I'm like, all right, that's level 12. Let's go down. Let's find the other one. Okay, level 20 or level 17. At least I had to be level 17. I'm just seeing like how far it can go. I'm guessing it's better. Here's the thing. I don't know. I don't make the other 2. I just make the 3rd one because I'm like, what's up? I want this 3rd one. I want to know what's happening. So, and I mean, I have all those ancient civilization parts from all those bounties that I did, all those quote unquote bosses. So I was like, all right, well, might as well use it, kind of a thing. But my actual goal is to get to the sulfur mine. But I have to beat Marcus for that. So this is what this episode is. This is just me trying to get to the sulfur mine because I need it. I want it. It just makes my life easier. So, you know, here we are. And then, of course, I had to try it. I had to try my grappling gun. So it says unlimited, but at the bottom, it gives you like 5 seconds before you don't have 5 seconds to use it, but you have unlimited. Or 8 seconds, sorry. When I looked, it said 5. So I had to try it out and it's pretty amazing. Thank you for the person who gave me this tip. It is very helpful. I love it. And then I gotta go turn in my bounty rewards, which at first I was like, I didn't even know that this was like a bounty thing. It's basically proof that I did things. And so we have ancient PAL manuscripts and we have high grade technical manuals. And I was like, excuse you, this must have been an upgrade or an update because I didn't know anything about this. So with these ancient PAL manuals, I can upgrade my base or upgrade the efficiency of my base. And then the technical grade manuals, the high grade ones, is for my pals, which I've used before on my pals. So I would like your guys' opinion on this. I decided to get ancient PAL manuscripts, but I didn't use all of my rewards. I just wanted to use a couple to see, you know, I'm still learning. Should I just get all of that and just screw the high grade technical manuals at this point? So this is the PAL Labor Research Laboratory. I need this to do research and to build a better area, better work thing. I don't know. This is so new to me. It's very interesting. I'm learning. Any help from you guys is very appreciated because I only researched a little bit of what I need to know. Other than that, I don't know what's happening. Look at all of this. This is insane. I'm like, okay. And then they have levels to handiness, to kindling, all these things. So I'm like trying to decide what's important, right? Well, mining is obviously really important and kindling, and I'm pretty efficient in a lot of other things. So my first one I chose to do was kindling just because I was experimenting. You know, I was like, you know what, kindling is helpful for me. So I didn't know I had to assign a pal here. It took me a second to be like, work, like, you know, I was poking the laboratory, like, I don't understand what you need from me. And they're like, we need fire. And I was like, oh, well, you should have told me that. If you had told me that, I would have done it. So once my Ragnahot has completed that task, I'm like, okay, so kindling speed is up 10%. And then we have some work speed, but I need other stuff for this. We have hatching, research speed. So I'm like, okay. Honestly, I would probably do the kindling for like the food and stuff, because hatching speed, I have them on automatic. I have them like hatching when I'm done. So then that's when I start looking at everything else, and eventually I just end up on mining. So I'm probably gonna work on mining and kindling the most for now. Get it, gorilla? So that's my decision right now. If you guys have any input, I would appreciate all of it, actually. Thank you. Oh, and this is just a reminder for everyone to scream this at me. I have a rock crusher. I can make palladium. I don't have to go and get that. I keep going and getting it. I don't have to. Everyone yell at me, please. Okay, so I'm looking for that nightshade sand, and I come across these things. I was like, what's happening? What are you? And they're like spider little things, and they try and make them cute by making them like pink, but no, they're horrifying. And no thank you. And I was like, I was just out here looking for some sand. I did not need you guys here. Look at them, creepy little fuckers. No thank you. But I was like, I'll take you. I'll take all of you. And then look at this guy. He's got to join in the fight. I was like, I didn't have time for you. I wasn't here for you. So you know what? I'll get you anyway. It's on fire and it's running from me. This battle was like totally unplanned. I was like, honestly, I just wanted some night sand stuff, and I still haven't found it. So yeah, if you guys, I haven't looked up the location. I just looked up specifically like what areas it would be. I didn't look up, you know, where people give you the coordinates, because I was like, eh. But yeah. It was good times. Oh, and then I had found one travel point that I had never unlocked, and I was like, what? That's insane. I was excited. And I was so excited. I was like, let me take these guys on because they're here. They probably have some good stuff. They're level 30, so I mean, they have to have a little bit of good stuff. My gun destroys everyone. I love it. Oh, and that's what I've also been working on. Bullets. So many bullets. But the reason I'm showing you this is because it's gonna be hilarious right now. Look at this guy. I'm all like, excuse you? That's amazing. What is happening? I have no words. I just love the way he's floating. And I'm like, what? That was it. You're welcome. That's all I really wanted to show you. Moving on. All right, we have our mining done. So we have a 5+ work speed. The next one is, I believe, 15. And I was just kind of looking at it like, okay, you know, assessing it. I don't think I started it. I'm like waiting on it because I was like, okay, it was a little bit too much at one point. I was like, oh my God, this is so much stuff that I have to do. I was just focusing on leveling up my water pals and making sure I had enough bullets to take on Marcus. So I'm gonna get back to that later. In the middle of all this chaos, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna build more on my site. Why wouldn't I? So I'm on the other side where I had my breeding, which I haven't bred in quite a while. I don't know why. I haven't been into it lately. So I was like, I'm going to move stuff. So I did. I moved a lot of stuff. I think I went a tiny bit crazy and just started doing some random stuff everywhere. So we need stairs, right? I always love my 2 stories. So I'm working on my stairs to my 2-story. We got our roof going. It's not a very big platform, but it's enough space for what I need at the moment, which is gonna be my garden. I'm moving all my gardening stuff over here. I'm moving all my food on this side so that I have more building, like for the weapons and stuff on the other side, just so it's easier for me. I have the space as long as I build upward. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I had to put this wall up because they could fall right here. And I was like, oh no, we're not doing that. So I had to put up a wall just for their safety, because they'll fall, they'll get stuck. They'll be like, I don't know what's happening. And I'm like, I'm not dealing with that. Then I moved over all of my planting stuff for them. I have to go break up the other ones. They're still over there. Move my mill, my silo, which I put backwards. I'll fix it in a second. I have my kitchen right below that, so it kind of makes it easy for the food and everything. Gotta have my fridge. You gotta have a carpet. You know, I gotta keep it real for my my little frozen person to lay on. Beautiful, love it, amazing, aesthetic pleasing. There we go. And then I noticed my silos backwards, and I was like, what the hell? It was funny. So I fixed that real quick. And then, oh yeah, look at this. So this is where all my planting was, and I moved to the other side. Oh, and then I went a little insane. No, I went extremely insane. This is my second base. I was like, I don't need it anymore. I literally just went from one base. Like, I took away the second base, went in, grabbed everything I needed, left as much stuff as possible in case I need to go back there. I was like, I'm not gonna break everything down. I broke down a majority of stuff. I took my pals out, the food, things that I needed, and I moved them all to the first base. Well, I threw them in the box for now. Look at that grappling gun, amazing, love it. I just don't want a second base. It wasn't as efficient as I thought it was at the time, at least. They weren't doing anything that my other base wasn't doing. My first base was so much more efficient that I was like, I don't need a second base, because I don't go there as much. So at least this time I can focus on this base. And because I'm focusing on this base, I'm making them beds. And I'm making them nice beds. So they have a living quarter on both sides, the one with the gardening and the other side. And they're getting nice beds, they're getting fireplaces. I was like, they're getting everything. Look at this, nice beds, nice beds. They didn't have any straw beds. They had cloth. That's all they had. They had good beds, and I wanted to make sure they're living their best life because they deserve it. And then the last thing I did is I went through and I looked at all my pals. I wanted the only efficient pals on my site. I want the best quality, the most efficient. I was like, if I'm only gonna have one base at this moment, I'm gonna have the best pals. So I went through and I changed pals out, or I looked at all their qualities and everything like that. And that was it. That's this whole episode. This is a really quick update progress. This is what I did. Please let me know what you think. I went extremely quick, but I'm here for, you know, the upgrading, I did all of this so that we can get to the next area where I fight Marcus, where I can build a sulfur mine, where we can progress. I'm excited. So I'm really excited for the next episode. So please give me your tips, your tricks. I appreciate all of them. I do listen, even if I forget. I will remember eventually. Someone told me about the grappling gun maybe a month ago, and I was like, oh yeah, that thing. But please like, subscribe, and let me know what you think. And have a good day. Thanks. Bye.